Kua nia no koma ara nia nasayo. Ranani usani ao. So welcome back to this channel, and this is Q&A part 2. If you haven't seen part 1, I answer questions regarding spirituality, regarding self-love, soul purpose, and many more. So make sure to check out. This part 2 will be questions that you asked about me, about my path, about light language. So thank you once again for your contribution and for your presence and for sharing your story and for your support. Thank you. So first question from Tanya Marie. Who is your main guide that's with you all the time? The felines are the dominant one. The felines from Sirius, Lyra, Andromedan, primordial beings, the creator vibration, as well as the Elohim. The Elohim is within everyone. And Thoth, or Tehuti, I like to call him Tehuti, because he's an inspiration of divine scribe, of a messenger, of curiosity, and of deep contemplation and seeking for higher truths. And I feel towards my left presence of Mother Kuan Yin, Mother Tara, and my Nordic Pleiadian guide, Lucas, as well. So these are the main guides that are with me in this moment. And Orion Council's been coming through as well. And Arcturian sometimes. But yes, the dominant one would be the Lyran Council. Thank you. Huriniume. I hope I say your name right. What's your favorite color? I don't have any favorite color. Asking favorite color is like asking what's my favorite food is, which you ask next as well. My interest and my attraction towards color change. Sometimes I'm attracted to pink, sometimes I'm attracted to red, sometimes blue, sometimes green. It shifts, it changes all the time. What's your favorite food? I'm Thai and Bangkok. I was born in Bangkok City, and I now live in Bangkok at the moment, and it's filled with diversity of food and cuisine. I do have my preference. I don't consume red meat or meat much in general, as well as dairy. But yet I like to travel around the country and outside the country as well. And sometimes it's not easy to not consuming any animals or dairy. Sometimes I don't mind if there's a bit of prawn or shrimp or fish sauce in my food. I give them gratitude, and then I eat it and I accept the nutrients. My favorite food change. I would find myself coming back to rice, coming back to seaweed, coming back to fresh salad, Thai papaya salad with a bit of chili, a bit of sourness, always my favorite. Japanese food too, Mexican food also, but I haven't tried Mexican food in Bangkok, because I had Mexican food in Mexico and I don't think anything beat that. But yeah, the list goes on. And Indian food, yes, and Nepali food, and and I do enjoy vegan baking, vegan food as well. List is endless. I will put a link in the description of my partner's channel. It's a small channel, and it's more of a collection of our journey in the Amazon, in Peru, where we ate, us walking along the street. If you want to check out, I'll put that link in the description box. And things to do when you're not on YouTube or you're not YouTubing. I YouTube quite a lot. I like to listen to music and watch travel vlog. In the morning I meditate. and then conduct sessions. And I get on YouTube, yes, to upload meditation transmission when I feel the joy and the excitement to share. In the afternoon, I will be painting. At this moment, painting custom codes and custom art. So thank you for your bookings. And thank you for booking private session with me as well. So that's my normal routine. And I go to the market to get food. So very normal life. I don't socialize much. That's just the artist side of me, that I like flowing in my time, in my space. And some people don't understand that, and that's fine. Angela, what is your favorite metaphysical experience? This, I assume that you mean the spiritual experience. When I read this question, my journey with medicines in Amazon jungle in 2017 came up. But when I contemplate on the answer deeper, I have to say everything. Doing this, connecting with people online, which is a magical thing. And I always find myself in a state of joy and centering when I meditate, when I conduct private sessions for you. And of course, I cannot single anything out, even the painful moment, even when I have to revisit the stage of depression, struggle, self-judgment, lack of self-love, lack of self-worth, layers of fears. Yes, those are not nice, but looking back, they really offer me opportunity to gain deeper insights, opportunity to grow, opportunity to realize that there's strength within me. So everything. Thank you. Carla, how did you start channeling, downloading codes, and doing light language to come this far? My first motivation to meditate was a curiosity of how I can expand my paintings. I was painting portraits at the time, and portraits, the rules of painting lifelike things and people, very strict. And I felt the desire to break away from that restriction. So I began to meditate, and then at the same time I met a friend and more people to come later after that would tell me about spirit guides, angels, this and that. And then I started to explore, and then I came across a few people who were doing light language at the time. Vanessa Lamotte is one of them. You probably know her. I'll put her link in the description again, mental note. And I just follow my curiosity. When I heard light language, I was like, ooh, goosebumps. How did they do that? And the codes that I was first received were through crystals, in vision and in sound. And I would have notebook next to me all the time, writing out syllables, like how you would sound out karaoke. So you write out, and I would write things out in syllable that I receive, and I would sound them out slowly. And the more I worked with light language, the more natural it becomes to blend in with my art, to blend in with my voice. And another leap was during ayahuasca ceremony. After the second ceremony, I was taking a bath. I was taking a bucket shower in the middle of the jungle, and I would be singing to sunrise, to the birds, and then that's just opened that soul connection up to all that is within and out. through song, through light language. So that's how I progress with light language until now. I've never been to any workshop. That's just my path, because every time I look for guidance in the external world, I find myself bouncing back deeper into the inner world. Thank you. Cynthia, can you explain a little about different types of light language that you speak? Did you have a mentor to assist you to navigate spiritual communication? I never really spend my focus in differentiate the types of light language that comes through, although I do feel the presence shift from the soul, from the higher self into certain consciousness, certain beings, certain realms. It's just shift without limit. But this doesn't mean that there's no use in identifying the type. I just never really fixated on putting light language in categories, because to me light language is something beyond any boxes out there. Yes, people can interpret it, but that's just a facet of what light codes or light language or what light is. So it's just my motto, I guess, never, or not really never, but not really worried into what dialect, into what types, into what interpretation. But what I do before I get into the transmission is I create space so that I am sure that everything that's flow through me in and out is aligning with the soul, is aligning with the highest purpose. Did you have mentor? No. My mentor is the higher self and spiritual team. Like I said in the previous question, every time I look for a mentor in the external world, every time I look for a place to belong, I always find myself bouncing back into my space. But that's just my path. I'm pretty sure that's just my path, because I know that many people out there do benefit from getting together, benefit from going to workshops, meeting people, exchanging face-to-face connection. But for some reason, up until now and at this moment of time, my mentor is the higher self, my mentor is my guides, and I'm in the space where I am conducting my service from where I am. And I'm honoring that. But yeah, I mean, it's always come back to the higher self. Also, always check in with the higher self. In Q&A part 1, I answered a question about one being so overwhelmed with all the informations out there. Always check in with the higher self in what resonates. Amaranth, red. Is there such a thing as harmful light language? For example, if the source came from a reptilian origin, well, when there's light, there's dark. It's all boiled down to the intention. It's not so much what you say, it's the tone and the frequency that you're saying it. And it definitely can be felt. Like I've mentioned, before you tune in or before you do your transmission, create space. Draw boundaries energetically. Boundaries is crucial for you not to feel overwhelmed, for one to always be aware in one space, one vibration, and one's path. for one to also offer respect and space for others. And I never questioned about harmful light language, because before I allow myself to receive, I know that whether this vibe is in harmony with my vibe or not. And I trust that. For example, if the light language came from reptilian origin, I would like to put it out there that not all reptilians are bad. It's like human. Not every single human is bad. Not all of them are from the lower vibration. Yes, there's part of the reptilian race that belongs to the manipulative, the control, the lower vibration that keeps us in polarized nature of separation. But there's also reptilian beings out there who are highly benevolent. Me and my partner, we have one reptilian guide who come in and out, visiting and leave sometimes, and his name is Wakari. Okay, thank you. So the thing is, you see, reptilian race, just like any other race out there, who as well going through the process of consciousness evolution. Within the reptilian, whether they are of the lower vibration or the higher vibration, there's love between them. Yes, many of them still work and channel their creative energy into a lower vibration structure, but there's love between them. And yes, there are reptilians that have ascended and vibrate in the higher frequency, just like us, just like human. I don't feed into the story of galactic war too much either. Again, that's my choice to stay center. Amaranth read again. Another question. Also, is it true that even if you muted the volume of light language video / audio, it would still work as long as it's being played? I can agree with that to some level. If there's signing involved, one can definitely feel it. If it's muted and the transmission is agreed between the transmitter and the recipient to be received and connected, yes. But know that sound is a powerful thing. And when we allow ourselves to listen and allow the sound to travel through the ears, we receive the vibration and anchor the vibration into our body, into ourselves. And that's amplify the power of light language. So I hope this answers your question. Moira Goldsmith, thank you. I love your artwork, thank you. Are you self-taught? Story of my life. I flunked out from many universities because, well, in Asian culture, we've been taught to go to school, high school, college, university, and then get a job. This is like a recipe to follow. When I got into design school in university level, I just couldn't do it. I was depressed, I was anorexic, I was lonely, and the modality of design courses didn't quite resonate, didn't quite ring in my heart. And with the skills of art making would probably end at second or third year of university in design school. So I never really completed formal art training, but I was fortunate that I've met 3 inspiring artists. One's in France, one's in Thailand, one in Mexico. that introduced different techniques. The one in Thailand introduced watercolor to me. I didn't like watercolor at first, but now I appreciate it. I wouldn't say that my art skills is I wouldn't say that, but I enjoy. I made peace with the side of trying to shape things to be perfect, because I realize that I never get there. I make peace with it, and I come into the middle ground of enjoy and being in a moment of painting and drawing. And if there's anything that I can push myself slowly, I'll do it. And I can see that comparing my painting from 2 years ago, it looks a little bit different now to the painting that I have done recently. If you've seen the painting called Memory of Feline People, the leopard person with the pyramid, and compare that to possibly Welly or other painting that I've done a few years ago, there's difference in energy. And that's the answer to your first part of the question. Am I self-taught? Yes and no. No and yes. But part of me wish that I could have gone to fine art school. But then again, it's probably my path to be and to trust in the inner guidance. Same as light language, same as art. I feel you use your intuition and get divine inspiration, yeah. Are you given a vision, then replicate the vision, or is it most like automatic writing? It's both. It's both. I would receive vision, sensation, feeling, and then when I get to the drawing board, more things will come. So it's that spark of inspiration, and then once we take action, more things coming in, more flow coming in, and we're just going along that flow. And most of the time the paintings turn out different to what I expected. Again, symbolizing the life, how life is. But yeah, I'm grateful for the guidance of the higher self, of the heart, and of the Great Spirit. So, thank you for your love. Thank you for taking time to listen, and also check Q&A part 1, because we got a lot of good question out there as well. And if you wish for your question to be answered, feel free to leave your questions in the comment below, and I will get to it. At this moment, I'm taking things slower because my body is really feeling the shift within frequency. And if you're going through the same things, just take it easy, be gentle, drink plenty of water. Lots of love. Namaste.